Hey guys, I've gotten lots of questions over some of the stuff over John Adams, and I realize that John Adams might be the hardest. But honestly, if you look at the video, and sometimes if you need to put subtitles on, that's what I do. So I'm just gonna go over a little bit of John Adams with you. So the first question is, why did John Adams want the colonies to be separate from Britain? So John Adams is known as a hothead. So he explained it in front of everybody, the reasons he wants to be separate from England. So if you think about it, no taxation without representation. That is how he feels. That is how a good portion of these delegates felt. They felt that it was time for them to be separate from England. Number two, this is kind of like the easiest question of them all. It's in the video. You know this one off the top of your head. What day was the Declaration of Independence signed on? What day do you celebrate Independence Day? I'll just leave it at that. And why is that date so important? That's something that you should already know. So the next thing, number three, why did Adams go to help negotiate the peace treaty in Paris? Well, he went as a delegate to help negotiate plans for the French to come and help us. That's why we needed help, and so he went with Benjamin Franklin to help negotiate and to gain help. So that is one thing that you just really you'll need to know, and also later on we'll talk about it more when Washington becomes president or when John Adams becomes president. You'll see a lot of how it correlates with each other. When Washington becomes president, when Adams becomes president, and right before Jefferson becomes president. You'll see all of how and why that John Adams is a hothead. He's very intellectual, but he does have his quirks. So think about it. How I think about John Adams is, think about the smartest person you know that has a bad temper. That's the best way to think about it. So if you think about it as Steve Harvey, he's got a terrible temper. I can't honestly think of somebody else who has a bad temper. So that's the best way to think about it. John Adams is very instrumental to a lot of the things that that is at the beginning of our country. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any other questions, just please let me know.